Hello friends, welcome to Wealth Guru, and here I'm back again with another exciting video. And today's video would be on City Union Bank. And on today's video, we'll be discussing the stock recommended by 5 Paisa today, and also the technical and fundamental analysis to find out whether it's worth our time and money to invest in this stock. Alright, so before going forward, if you're new to the channel, do not forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so that you get notification every time I post such a video. Alright, so without making any further delay, let's get started. So this stock, as I said, has been recommended by 5 Paisa, and this stock has been trending kind of in a consolidation pattern for the last 32 weeks. And on June 24, that is today, the stock has given a trend line breakout from the March 3rd to the March 24th closing basis, bounced from its 50-day moving average with above average volume, and the RSI indicator also shows positive strength. So you can buy the stock with a stop loss of close to 161 and buy it in a range of 168 to 171 for a target of close to 187, which is almost 10% from here. So that's pretty much has been recommended by 5 Paisa, but we'll anyway we'll do kind of a technical and fundamental analysis to find out whether it's worth investing. So let's just have an overview of what the stock looks like and what are the fundamentals of the stock. Let's go into the details. So here we are. This stock has a market cap of close to 12,000 crores. The P for the trailing 12 months is almost 21. The price to book is 2.4. The operating profit margin is close to 14.3%. It's also a dividend paying company with a dividend yield of close to 0.2%. And if you look at the stock movement in last 1 year, it has moved from close to 125 last year during this time, and it has reached almost 160 level right now. So almost close to 30-40% upside in the last 1 year. And if you look at the overall bigger term chart for the entire duration of this existence of the stock reached a peak of close to 300 way back in 2020. Then it dropped from that level to reach almost 110 level or something during the pandemic last year. And from that point it has moved up and it reached almost close to 200 levels, and then has settled around 170 level for the last 4 to 5 months. So this is where we are, and as you can see, the stock has been company has been paying consistent dividend over the years. Every year they have been posting dividend. May not be in terms of a huge dividend yield, but at least close to 0.5 to 1% dividend yield has been given by them almost every year. And if I go into the further details, yeah, this is the SWOT analysis of the stock, going into strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. On the strength part, there is rising net cash flow and cash flow from operations, which has been increasing. There's growth in the quarterly net profit with increasing profit margin. Company has low debt, and there's strong cash generating ability from the core business. For the last 2 years, that has been improving. The company has been able to generate net cash for the last 2 years. Book value per share has also been improving. The FII and FPI also has been increasing their stake in this company. Again, there's strong momentum. There's price above short, medium, and long-term moving averages. That's also another good thing on the stock. Going into the weaknesses. So on the weaknesses front, there is inefficient use of capital to generate profits, which basically means the ROCE has been declining for last 2 years. The ROE is also declining for last 2 years. There's decline in net profit with falling profit margin quarter on quarter, and there's declining revenue every quarter for the past 2 quarters. So that is also declining. So let's go into the opportunities and find what are the opportunities we have. So in terms of opportunities, there's rising delivery percentage compared to previous day and month. There's strong volumes. There's positive breakout on the stock. There's high volume, high gain on the stock. And if you look at the threads, there's degrowth in revenue, profits, and operating profit margin in recent results. There's increase in NPA in the recent results. And then there's increase in provisions in the recent results. So all these are pretty much the threats. And here we are on the shareholding pattern. So the promoters hold very minute portion of the stock. Public mutual funds and FIA hold pretty much the 90% of entire ownership. And if you look at here, as I said, the FI and FPH have decreased holdings from 18.65% to 18% in March 2021 quarters. But on the other hand, mutual funds have increased holdings from 27.61% to 28.97% in the March 2021 quarters. So overall, like fundamentally, as is being a bank, um, it has gone down, as I said, significantly from levels of close to 270, 280 to 112. Then has kind of steadied in the last almost year or so. But that being said, like this is definitely one short-term opportunity. You can buy this stock for close to 10% gain from this level. But if you're looking for long-term horizons, there are a lot better banks in the private sector or in the PSU segment than this. Like say for example, in the private sector, ICICI Bank and Kotak Bank, and in the PSU segment, you have the State Bank of India, um, and Federal Bank and others as well. So you can go into that for a long-term perspective, but for a short-term perspective, you can stick to this stock. Alright, so that's pretty much it on this video. And
Okay, bye guys.
if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe to the channel. So until you next time,
Bye.
bye bye.